Hunter at WWE. Contact Wes Watson. He is your man. You will have a villain right from the start. He meets the requirement of being big and jacked up. He's 240, maybe 250. Could even be 300 if you ask Wes Watson. He's your guy. He's got the gimmick. He's got the chains. He's got the tattoos. He's big. He can talk shit on the mic. And we know he can throw down a hell of an ass kicking, a fake one. You know how hard it is to throw down a fake ass kicking? Okay, it's time for an update. People are loving the video. Okay, I put up that Wes Watson. I put a video up that the whole thing is a staged fight and it's all a bunch of bullshit, and that the WWE would be embarrassed. It's so phony looking, right? Okay, so I'm getting a lot of comments. I'm going to just talk about sort of what the comments are, then I'll give you some of the updates that are happening. Because I gave that feedback. That video was based on what I believed was like all the footage I had. I thought that was all the footage. Like the footage that I saw, we saw a guy walk up, put his camera down, walk up to Wes Watson, push him very lightly, then push one of Wes Watson's friends very lightly, and then he gets his ass kicked. Most of the YouTubers out there that I see covering this, not most of them, but there's a good amount that said that is a bunch of bullshit. That looks so fake. The guy walking up definitely didn't look like he was all about that life. He didn't look like he was a fighter. The push he made was so weak that it shouldn't have scared anybody. So the fact that a fight even broke out from that is ridiculous. Because say it was real. Say that was real. Even I still think it's a staged fight. I still think it's a bunch of bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why. So stay tuned to the video. So I'm going to give my 2 cents on my conspiracy theory on all of this shit. So anyways, I still think it's fake. Because it started off like that. How is that not fake? Okay, even if it wasn't fake. Okay, that's not fake. He pushed Wes Watson. And then Wes Watson takes off his belt, smacks him in the face, and beats the shit out of him. That's not called for. Like if that guy pushed me, because I don't know what my sources are. I don't have really good sources. I haven't talked to anyone directly, just what I see in my comments. Someone said that this guy he's like a 6'7" rapper type guy. Maybe he's doing it for the clout, maybe not. Maybe he was paid by Wes Watson, maybe not. Whatever. So anyway, so this guy came up. He didn't look, he was tall. Because Wes Watson said he's 7 foot tall. He was a gangster looking guy, real big guy, huge. You know, because he had to say that because he had to justify why he beat the hell out of him. So basically the guy never threw a single punch ever through this whole thing. And then there's new footage now. This is where people are really thinking, oh, this has to be real. There's new footage. Why is there new footage always being leaked out? And then another thing is, why is there one YouTuber that seems to be leaking out all the footage? So does he have some kind of work with somebody? What do they call it? Wrestling like a work? Or whatever, or selling it? Does he have something going on? Because he keeps coming out with all the great footage, and he comes out with the interviews with the freaking gym owner, or the voice notes from the gym owner. He's got the video coming through. We know who he is. Drop in the comments if you know who I'm talking about. But he's coming out with all this great footage of the latest scenes and stuff for the fight. And now he came out with more footage again, right? At first we just had the fight, and then we had the guy walking up, putting the phone down. So once you saw the guy walking up, putting the phone down, you're like, okay, this is so phony. The push to start the fight was so phony looking, it was ridiculous. If you're going to sell a guy, Wes Watson and your actor friend there, if you're going to sell it, you got to push harder than that, guys. Like a WWE wrestler would have pushed you so hard you fell down, you would have got up yelling, and then the fight would have broke out. But they would also make sure that the instigator was the guy who walked in the gym. He would have thrown the first strike. Like all the things you did wrong, guys. All the things you did wrong. Okay. But then, okay, so now there's more footage. Now there's footage of Wes Watson kicking him in the head, punching him 50 times. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Looks pretty damn real, because I'm going to tell you, Wes Watson, as we all know, he's a damn good actor. He's been in jail 10 years. He's 240 pounds, maybe heavier. He has millions and millions and millions of dollars. He makes millions a month. So we know he's so truthful. He's good at selling the lie. All right, so anyway, so he sold the fight pretty good. But then there was other YouTubers that were in the convict genre that were saying, you know what, back in the day, we used to be able to get some cracked out guys who we just give them a few bucks and they'd let us beat them up. They say, hit me as hard as you want, just give me $10 first. So if you want to give him a beat down, if you gave him about $100, he let you kick the shit out of him. Because these crack guys, apparently they don't feel no pain. Not saying this guy's a crack guy. I'm just giving you that kind of scenario just to give you an idea of what could have possibly happened, right? Maybe this guy's willing to take an ass kicking for a certain amount of money, right? Maybe they're like, Wes Watson, 10 grand's enough. Kick my ass. That's fine. And another thing, Wes Watson said, I have no scratches on me anywhere after the video, after the fight, right? We saw the videos. Not a scratch on me. So you did all that punching with your fist, trying to beat a guy down. You have no scratches on your fist or nothing. He even has his hand out. Did you see any scratches on his hands? Just go back to his videos. These are all things you got to think about. That push was very passive-aggressive, or whatever. It was very weak. The guy never punched, never even swung at him. A real fake fight, you would try to swing once, guys. Come on. You didn't even throw one. Like he did that wrong too. He's messed up that. You could have made it look, you could have sold it a little bit better. WWE would have said the pushes should have been hard. The guy should have fell. You should have hit him first because they know how to fake punch. I don't know how they know how to hold back on their punches. I'm not sure how they do it. They know how. But Wes Watson, man, he did a pretty good job on his part. You just had the wrong actor. You got to run these skits through first. That's why there's a thing called practice. I know they always say it's just practice. But if you're not good at improv, which that guy obviously wasn't, you gotta practice, man. Everyone, when they do something, actors, they practice their lines. Actors, they run through their lines. They have versions where they can cut and all that kind of stuff. If you're doing a live performance, and it's gotta be all consistent, the performance, you must practice first. They should have had a run through. You know what? Because Wes Watson knew his role. Because he laid a beat down that looked pretty good. And maybe, like I said, the conspiracy also could be that he was told, do whatever you want. Kick the shit out of me, that's fine. And maybe he did. Or maybe he just knows how to, he's a good actor. Maybe he wants to be a WWE wrestler. Maybe it was always his dream. Maybe Wes Watson, because he has this larger-than-life crazy attitude where he's got the arm out and he's yelling at everybody, he's good at that. Maybe he's good at that because he practiced being a WWE wrestler. This guy, WWE, should maybe want to take him up because he'd be one of the most hated guys on the roster. We know he can throw down a fake fight. His partner, because when they have a fake fight together, they're both partners. His partner was not good. His partner was a terrible WWE wrestler. Wes Watson killed it. The guy is an amazing WWE wrestler. That beatdown was amazing. And he didn't even get any cuts on himself. He didn't hurt himself, nothing. He knows what he's doing. He threw a beat down and he was yelling and everything. And he's selling it, man. He's selling it. His whole lifestyle, he's selling it. Just people are starting to call him out on bullshit. But he's still pretty good at selling it. He's still selling the tough guy thing. Because remember, he's a shot caller. He's got $90,000 rent. He's got all these Bugattis and this and that kind of cars, McLaren's, Bugattis. He even bought his escort. This is all alleged, I don't know for sure. I'm just going by what I hear, but it sounds pretty legit. He's even got his escort girlfriend. He buys a hot girl. He's got all the things he needs to be that alpha male. Because even alpha male is a bunch of bullshit nowadays. At first it was really cool because when he first came out with it, his persona was cool. He took it way too far, way too far. But he's good at selling it. The guy is selling it. Okay? So he sold that fight. God damn, that ass kicking was good. But the one part that's getting a little bit tricky, which I've got to figure out a way to have my conspiracy theory about this one. The next thing that came out, the next revelation that came out is real tricky. Okay? This is a real tricky one. Maybe you guys can help me in the below. Because the guy I said that gets all the information leaked out, and he's the only guy who seems to be getting it, he's got a police report somehow. No one else has got a police report, but he's got it, and all the other influencers are using his police report that he's got. He somehow got a police report. You guys got to help me out here. Because that's helping really good with the case, right? Can we fake that thing? How do you get around that? If you're really good at this kind of stuff, like how because the guy who's putting out this content is really smart. Okay? So the police report that he's putting out, he's a really smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He's very intelligent, so he would know how to make sure he can put the police report out if it's fake or not fake, and make sure that he's not going to get himself in trouble. Okay, he would know exactly what to do. He would know how to word it. He would know how the police report needs to look, all this kind of stuff. So my conspiracy theorists out there are people that think this Wes Watson is, not only is he a bunch of bullshit, the whole stage fight, all this fucking YouTube content everyone's putting out, because they create a lot of content. And with all this content, we're creating a lot of money. The guy we're talking about, the video he just put out, it's got a lot of views. So we got paid really good for this video. So there's a lot of incentive for him to be leaking out all this great footage. And I'm sure he's giving a kickback to the person who's leaking him out this footage and whoever's helping him be able to post this footage, because he's finding a way why is he piecing it all out? Just feed me little bits. Piece it all out. They've created like a 10 video series on this shit. But all the YouTubers, no one's going to call it out as being bullshit because they have a lot to lose. I have nothing to lose. I'm not monetized. Anything I say here, even if I get 1 million views on this, I'm still not getting money. There's no money for me. So if anything, the only thing is that maybe I'll get the attention of these guys and they'll start shouting me out that I'm a bunch of bullshit. But I'm 53 years old, guys. I've been around long enough to know there's bullshit in this world. You hear about these reality TVs, then you know someone, these reality TV shows. If you know someone's ever been in a reality TV show or something, you hear about all the backstory, how they create scenarios, how they do this, how they do that. And how do they get away with all this? They know all the legalities, how to get away with all this. NDAs, legalities, they know all the stuff to do. Okay? So my question to you guys out there, I need people to help me out in the comments. Help me out with this. How do we go about making a fake police report? And how do we get away with it? Because they're trying to justify it by saying, oh, if he makes a police report, he's going to go to jail, so no one would ever do that. So it has to be real, because the person that's leaking this stuff would never say there's a police report if there wasn't, because whatever. Like, how can you go about doing all that and make it legit? Could you do stuff like put the wrong age of the police report, put the wrong name? What are all the loopholes to make it not legit? Can you use the wrong name by accident or misspell something? Or, you know what I mean? Is there a way you can make a phony police report? Can we do that? Conspiracy people below, there's some smart people that watch these videos. There's some really smart people that are saying this is a bunch of bullshit. I'm listening to these smart people that are saying this is fake as shit. I'm believing it too, because I understand that I'm learning, because I'm trying to be, I'm just a guy on YouTube. I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0, just a guy on YouTube. But my goal is to become a YouTuber. And I'm realizing as I'm becoming closer to becoming a YouTuber, how much the entertainment element and the drama element and the gossip element is important in becoming like a top creator. Like shit, more of these fitness influencers, we're talking more about a bunch of bullshit and gossip and drama between each other and drama with these, either they're natural, they're not, the natty or not videos, all that bullshit. So we know that's what works. And we know it pays these guys a lot with the more and more views they get. Okay? So why wouldn't they play the game? There's a lot of incentive to play the game. There's a lot of incentive not to call each other out on the game either. Because what does it say? A player doesn't hate on another player or something like that. I don't know what the saying is. Drop that in the comment if you know what it is. Some of the players, basically, if you don't call out, you just don't snitch on each other, right? Or if you want the game to continue, you don't call them out. Don't hate the game, hate the player, or something like that. Something like that. Yeah, don't hate the game, hate the player. So the game here is about let's create content, let's create drama, let's create a bunch of bullshit, but let's have fun and let's all make money on YouTube. I think that's what's happening here. Okay, I'm probably not going to edit this video much because I didn't think at all what I was going to say. I'm just trying to be that guy who says it like it is. I think there's some... Because even that footage that just dropped, the footage that just, you got to watch this. Make sure you're watching this whole video because I got some good little nuggets. And I'm taking a stance that's the exact opposite of most people. People are going to hate me or people are going to love me. But I told myself, this is the year you're going to be a YouTuber, Shaun. You're going to become one. But you can't sit in the middle. People are not going to like what you have to say. People are going to challenge what you have to say. Then people are also going to like what you have to say. But you have to say something. If you don't say something, you're not relevant and no one wants to watch your damn videos. So anyways, here we go. So I need you smart people to let me know, how could you go about doing a fake police report? I need to know. And how can they go about saying that this person placed charges, but we still don't know his name? I think I've heard what his name is, but I don't want to say it because I'm not sure. I think I can get in trouble for stuff like that if I don't know his name, because all the stuff I'm saying is all alleged. This whole thing is all alleged. No one knows what's true at all. You can't take a 100% stance on anything. But if I had to take a stance on if it's fake or not fake, it's fake. Someone said, Shaun, you got your choice. You have to say one or the other. Was this a staged fake video or not? Yes. I'll say yes. And it's not like let me think about it, let me balance it out. I'm going with yes. If I was a gambler, my chips are all in. I'm taking the gamble. So anyways, yeah. So the new footage where they show like the 50 punches, they show the kick to the face, all this crazy shit where the guy should be in jail because it's like the biggest beatdown you've ever seen. But I've seen beatdowns like that in WWE Wrestling. And then when everyone gets up, no one's bruised, no one's cut, no one's scratched, but the beatdown was just the same. They'll do the backstage beatdowns where everyone kicks the shit out of somebody, but then the guy is in the next, he's on the next live event next week with no cuts anywhere, right? So we know that if you're really good at the craft of WWE stage fighting or being a WWE wrestler, you can pull it off. So Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or whatever his name is, Hunter at WWE, contact Wes Watson. He is your man. You will have a villain right from the start. He meets the requirement of being big and jacked up. He's 240, maybe 250, could even be 300 if you ask fucking Wes Watson. He's your guy. He's got the gimmick. He's got the chains. He's got the tattoos. He's big. He can talk shit on the mic. And we know he can throw down a hell of an ass kicking, a fake one. You know how hard it is to throw down a fake ass kicking? So that's what I was going to say. With that fake ass kicking, the angle of that and the clarity of the video is so damn good. Who got that angle? All this shit's happening, but it's a nice steady camera, nice angle, and all the footage is leaking out. And there's all splice footage. We don't have one continuous footage of anything. Think about that one too. We don't have one continuous footage of anything. We all have pieces of everything. Every time there's some kind of pushback that is bullshit, another piece drops. But these guys know what they're doing. Don't hate the game, or don't hate the player, hate the game. I don't even hate the game, to be honest. I don't even hate the players, but I do hate the fact that that at least one of the players got to take my side. Someone's got to play on the other side. So I'm playing the game with you guys. But I'm telling you what I think. I'm playing the game that I think you guys are playing a game. But I'm not hating on the game. I understand you guys are making a lot of money. I'm not monetized. I can't make a bloody cent. I want to be monetized. I would love to go back and forth with you guys. But shit. Like I said, we've all been around this long enough that we know there's a lot of bullshit in this world. Like stuff like, you know, the movement where the women would just basically call out, just say something and then make it true. It's not that extreme, but you know what I mean. It just means you got to look deeper into things. You got to also look at what is in it for them. There's a lot in it for these YouTubers to get these videos going. A lot. Why would, because if one of these YouTubers said, oh, it's a bunch of bullshit, now you just cut yourself off. Because you don't want to put this is great content. You don't want to be the guy who stops it. You don't want to be the guy who comes with such solid evidence that it's fake that you stop the whole conversation, because these guys, their videos are getting busier and busier. Like the last video this person dropped that has that's getting all the information. He's the only guy who's getting all leaked information, going all directly to him. Somehow he's getting everything. The last thing that he dropped, fuck man, it got way, way, way more views than any video yet. Do you know what I mean? But if he wouldn't have been able to drop that, he wouldn't have got all that money. There's a lot of money involved. Because when I hear about what these guys are making with these 300,000 viewed videos or these million viewed videos, it's pretty good. They're making a good living, these guys. These YouTubers are fucking making a good living. So anyways, yeah, so any conspiracy you have, again, I'm not going to say, I heard what the guy's name might be, that's the guy who supposedly instigated and supposedly got his ass kicked. The guy who's a terrible actor, the guy who WWE would not even give a tryout to, the guy who WWE would want to keep far away from their sports entertainment. That guy, apparently we got his name. Someone dropped in my comments in one of my videos. But I'm not going to say because I don't know for sure. But I just heard something about he's 6'7" and he may be into the rap. That's all I heard. I didn't hear anything about him being slow and all the stuff that they were saying in the previous videos. So that's my take. I still think it's a bunch of bullshit. I need your help in proving me right that this is all a bunch of bullshit. The biggest thing that they're dying their sword on now is this bloody police report. So I need you to help me figure out what ways that they could make a fake police report, or what ways that they would be able to get away with saying that they have a police report that they don't. How can they get away with this? Like, what loophole is there? Because there's some way, because the guy who's leaking this information is a really smart guy. And he's got great content. I don't know why I'm not using his name. I'm just for fun not using his name. Because I know who he is, and my comments, people know who he is. We all know who he is. He's actually a really cool guy. I like the guy a lot, but I just think there's a lot of incentive for him to make a lot of money, and he's really known for having the right information. And so if you've got that credibility, so if someone wants to sell a fake story, the perfect person to send it to, who has an incentive also of not, for one, maybe he's getting paid by the people, and then another, he gets paid for all of his content. And he's like the exclusive person to all this stuff. So anyways, there's a lot of incentive, and he's really known for being a smart guy who gets the information correct and does some investigating into it, right? So he's really known for that. So he's the exact guy you want to leak info to. And he's helping out all his buddies on YouTube where they're all making money. I was going to say we're all making money. I'm not making money. I'm not monetized. So anyways, how's this guy getting all this great info? How's he posting these things up? He's very smart, so he must know the loopholes. If we say hypothetically that this police report is faked in some way, or he's allowed to say it in some way, there's got to be ways he can do the wording, or he's got to be able to type it correctly. There's something going on here that police report, there's something up with that police report. Because that's the only thing that's really selling people that it's not fake. Because now everyone, even the people that are calling it fake like me, are saying, oh, it's not fake. There's a police report. Is there a police report? Is there a police report? Drop in the comments, is there really a police report? Is there? All right, that's it for me, guys. I'm Shaun Campbell, Shaun Campbell 2.0. I'm just telling it like it is. I hope you enjoyed that little rant. Make sure you watch the whole thing. It was fun. And please, in the comments, call me an idiot. Tell me I'm smart. Tell me I'm not smart. Tell me I don't got my facts straight. Tell me whatever you want. But above all, tell me something. Tell me how. Above all, I want you to hate my info, or I want you to love it. Because if you're thinking this is all conspiracy, or conspiracy theorists on this bullshit, then you're going to love it. If you think, Shaun, you're being an idiot because they got such good proof, then you think I'm a dummy. So then you hate it. So comment in the video. Again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. Even subscribe. Check out some other stuff I have. Because my style is going to be, I'm going to do rant style or just passionate style. I'm not going to sit on the fence no more. We're going to deliver stuff with passion, and we're going to tell what we really think and not care what other people think. All right.